welcome to my room. This is Mari from Mari's Way of Life, and today is Monday, October 29th. Yes, I got it right, October 29th. And I was so exhausted on Friday, I just left because it was the fall festival, and my husband and I were here working really hard. Now, I did have someone to help me with the library, so everything is nice and sorted, but it also happens to be on my kids' desks. What ended up happening is, let me tell you a little bit about this right before I start cleaning up, just so you know why that's happening. The students were, whatever few books I have, they started damaging them because the shelves were too close together. So when they tried to put it back in, they were starting to get damaged because there was only so much space. Now, that's going to change. Unfortunately, that means I need another bookshelf. My idea was to buy one more of these units so that I can use it as book storage as well. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see how much we made out of our fall festival basket, and maybe I can purchase that with that. So that's the situation with the books. Number two, I didn't tell you last week just because there were so many things going on. As a matter of fact, I do have a parent conference in 10 minutes. That will be my last conference. And that would, if he makes it in, I will have seen all of my parents. Now, I forgot to tell you about the situation with my manipulatives. They are officially all labeled. The parent volunteer that was coming in last week finished labeling all of them. So every single one is labeled. So the only thing I want to do is go ahead and place a label here so kids know that this bin are for pattern blocks. These are my 10s and 1s, and then color tiles, so on and so forth. I also have some on the side, which she labeled as well. One new thing that I worked on the weekend, besides planning really hard, because we know as teachers it's going to be a difficult week just because of Halloween. So there are two ways. Some days are just not what we expect. Let me just put it that way. So some days are not what we expect. Number one, it could be because the students are just off and you tried and it's just not working. Something went on. And it has nothing to do with you. It's just the kiddos. And it's really hard for us to accept because we're here ready with a wonderful lesson, and then it all goes down the drain. It happens. We have to learn to get over it. Now, do I get over it? No, not very soon, but sure, enough later. Number two, you're really not ready. And then the kids are very good at perceiving that, and they take advantage of it. And so the day goes down the drain. So I decided Saturday night that I will not allow this week to go down the drain, or the day to go down the drain, because of Halloween or and the kids being out of sorts. It will not be up to me. So what I'm trying to say is I am over prepared this week, completely this week. So there are no excuses. The only excuse would be the students. But at least I know I'm ready. So I don't know if that's making sense, but I wanted to make sure I throw that out there just because I did spend a good 5 hours in the weekend just making sure everything's planned out. Now that I plan ahead of the, am I ahead of the game as well, like for part of next week and part of the next month? Yes, some things here and there, which, now that I'm saying that, let me show you what I worked on. Let me put you down because I need to go into my cart. And I went ahead and bought the famous STEM bin labels and activities. And I don't remember her name. It's probably right here. Brooke Brown, is it? I can't see. I don't have my Brooks Brown. I think Brooke Brown. I don't have my glasses. I'm sorry. And I went ahead and put them together. I'm going to do it a little different than she has. I will be giving them only 2 options to build with these. The options I am going to go ahead and tape on the lid. So maybe to the side, that way they both fit. So if I wanted them to build those 2. Just because I think there are too many options for my firsties right now until they get the hang of it. So this I hope it helps with, I don't know, I think I might do it for my early finishers. That's the idea with these. So I will find a spot for them. And let me keep rolling. I'm going to go ahead, try to clean up the library bins or the book bins that are at my students' desks, so that the desk area is ready for them. Then I do have stuff to put in the red folders. As I was looking at my vlog last week, I noticed that my daughter was helping me with the red folders. I never sent it out on Wednesday. It was that busy, and now I feel horrible. The Wednesday notices didn't go home, which tell them like the early outs and the reminders of. That's why I'm wearing a cap. Put a cap on drugs today, so for them to reminder to wear this today. But the truth is, I do post everything on Class Dojo, so I don't feel as bad, but I still do feel bad that the paper copy did not go out. So I'm gonna have to take that one out because it's old news, and then do put in new stuff that it was in my mailbox for the students to take home. So that needs to happen today. I also need to do copies, but I'm not even rushing out there because both of our brand new printers are down again. They were just bought a couple weeks ago and they broke right away. So I'm not sure how that is helping our situation. But I don't know, I might have to print in my classroom again, which is really unfortunate because I keep buying toner for my personal printer that I only want to use to print out originals or for an emergency copy. But at this point, it seems that I'm doing a lot of the class set copies in my classroom because of it. So that's very unfortunate. But to be honest, if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do. Let me get going. I'm going to stop talking. My daughter's not here with me today. She decided that she wanted Dad to bring her because she wanted to sleep extra half an hour, and that's totally fine with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights, which is usually her job, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready. Now that is going to have to work. I just put bins angled in one side and then the other side, and the book return bin is right here. So it's just going to have to work, I think. But remember, the idea is I did want one of the benches on this side and the other bench on the other side so that those book bins will go there, and it made like a reading nook. It made a reading nook. So for now, it's just going to have to work. I noticed that, I know some of them don't have labels, but we did have to add more because some of them were a little bit impacted. So that's gonna work for now. The desks are now clear, and notice that I do have more here to sort in. So these are work in process. Homework over there, conference. Parent has not come in. It is now past his conference. So what can I say? That's very unfortunate, to be honest, just because I've tried really hard getting him here, or getting the parents here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take out my lesson plans, see if I can run those copies and they fix the machine, and then I'll check in with you first recess. Okay, I am back from the copy machine. It was getting stuck multiple times because the feeder wasn't working or something. I figured it out and just made my 3 copies that I needed for today. I'm going to go ahead and show you my lesson plan. This is what it looks like when you print it out. The only reason I didn't do it by hand, which I usually do when I really enjoy, to be honest, is because I forgot my planner here, so I had to oh, I have to order supplies, by the way. I had to type it in, which, to be honest, I really did like. So I might start doing it digital. I'm not sure. But for now, this is my Monday plan. And then goes all the way there. And then I do need to order supplies for a project that I intend to do tomorrow. So we'll see if that happens. Let me go ahead and put my email on. Just so you know, I did spend at least 5 hours planning on the weekend, and that's not necessarily to plan for the week. It was part of it was this. And then I did make it a point to plan for my small groups. That's just an original that I wanted to make copies of. Hi.
Good morning.
My friend came in. Check in with you later. In with you. Well, rotations was a bit chaotic. Not to mention the fact that as I was trying to send the kids out, the superintendent walked in, and to be honest, some of them is the first time they're doing MTSS, because we stopped first for benchmarks and then something else. I can't remember, the short days and so on and so forth. I'm just being honest. And then she walks in when I'm trying to rotate them. And let me be honest, I didn't look like a great teacher at all. But wait, this is what I was just thinking. Do they even know that we spend hours and hours planning? That I had everything planned to the T today, and that was just a glitch in the day, or an unfortunate event, to be honest. But you know what? I did feel pretty stupid. I did feel like a bad teacher. I'm just being honest. I'm sure, I don't know if she was thinking that or not. I'm sure she wasn't. Let's hope that. But that's just how I'm feeling right now. I was very annoyed. To top that off, as my kids are rotating back in, so that was like 9:45 when we come back to our regular homeroom class. The fire alarm goes off. It is currently 10:35, and we just walked back in. So that's the situation. So at this point, if I look at my plans, I was able to cover emblems and high frequency words with my intervention class. We call it Falcon time, or MTSS, whatever you're used to calling it. And then when they come back at 9:45 to 10:25, we missed our language arts introduction to our week. So going over the intro video, the vocabulary for the week, spelling, and within spelling it's the phonics. So they missed all their phonics instruction, and then the pre-test for grammar, and I missed all that time. And right now they didn't even give us our full recess, and the kids are knocking at the door. So I'm not sure what the plan is. I'm confused a little bit on the schedule at this point, but it is what it is. Okay, as they stepped out, I realized I didn't take a picture of them with their caps. Oh, I am absolutely upset about that. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. Okay, anyway, you were seeing, the last clip was about me doing a makeover right by the super improver wall. And the truth is, my sister bought this Ikea organizer. I'm not sure what area she found it in, but it was like $18. And truly, like, I was impacting this caddy with the upcoming cards for the super improver wall. I was impacting it with Post-its. I was impacting it with, what else, stickers. I was impacting it with, there's something else. Oh, I know, my objective cards for centers. So I really needed something where I would put all that stuff. So instead of me getting rid of more things, I actually added it to the bookcase. So what I moved from here, Oh, hi, baby. What I moved from here was this small organizer that I bought at Didi's. I've said that before in my classroom tour. And I placed it up here, which is super small, and I love it. It has magnets, the erasers, just in case kids need it during rotations, Band-Aids. I have small Post-its, the Super Improver stickers. I have paper clips, which, as a matter of fact, I have 2 binder clips, so I'm going to place in here as well. And then I have staples because I always need it and I don't want to run back to my desk. And then I also have push pens. Now, I love flare pens because this is actually where I like to sit and grade. And I have my gel pens in here as well. So this is where I store them. And then I have blue and black pens and red pens in here actually. So this is where I keep like the stuff that I need back here. This is where my mainstream students keep their pencils and crayons. So what I ended up doing is I just took this one from here, and in here, the only thing I had to really get rid of, to be honest, is, where is it? Oh, it's over here. This one, which I really don't need anymore, to be honest. When they go to my group, I do need a couple pencils back there, which actually I'm going to do right now and just place in this caddy. This is where they really belong. And then I have like my guided reading materials that I use. A lot of it, you know, I copied the idea from a lot of YouTubers. So I forget that I have them here because it was so full of stuff. Now it's organized. I have my expo markers, pencils, scissors, and these should go over here because they're like for reading pointers or to help them guide their reading. And then I have some pens in here for quick use and the expo markers, like I said. So what I did over here that I removed from there, really everything was in there. I put Post-its in this first drawer, so I'm going to go ahead and measure this so that I can create my own labels. And I have Post-its in here, and it's pretty deep, guys. I was surprised with the storage. I might bring all of my Super Improver cards over here. That way, when I change them, then it's easy access instead of me walking all the way back to the desk. The next drawer, the middle drawer, I put my eraser counters that I use during my math guided group. Also, and this was all in the caddy. I don't know how, don't ask me. The third drawer, this was not in the caddy, but I put in color index cards that I use when they are reading text so that it's easy to follow. Some of them cannot follow with this or with just simply one of these wiggly eyes or whatever. Googly eyes, no, yeah. And so I use index cards, so I like to have those. Actually, my mentor teacher was the one who taught me that, and they work really well using just color cards. This one I put stickers and also the objective cards for my centers. This next one I use with a couple of my kiddos that need to see the sounds. So when you move it, it actually shows the aw sound. I don't know if you can really tell, but these cards are the sound cards. And then here, oh, I already showed you. Those are the stickers and the cards. In here is the only one that is empty. I don't know what I'm placing there. I mean, I might just use it and do away with the caddy, but I like to have fast access with the caddy. So to be honest, it needed a lift, and I was a little frustrated with everything being a caddy. It just feels so much better. The only thing I don't like is the fact that the caddy's sitting on the table and not on the bookcase. But to be honest, that's the least of my worries right now, just because I usually put papers here and whatever I'm working with them. I'm just afraid that one of the kids will knock it out. So I don't know. I don't know. I might move Minnie, but I really love how she looks here. Look, aesthetically, it's just really pleasing to me. What I thought is getting an extension cord and kind of moving this lamp over here to the corner, because I think it will look so cute. Actually, it does reach if I push it back, but the extension cord is so tiny that, and that bothers me, to be honest. So I don't know. I was used to my lamp being over here. I don't know that I want it there, just because I'm going to change the batteries with that, and there's already a light thing here. I don't know, but I really like how it looks over here. So I'm going to switch it back, and then there's no cable hanging out, and I think aesthetically it just looks really pleasing like this. So I don't know what you guys think. Please comment below. Let me know if this looks okay. I love it. I want to give a shout out to my sister. If you watch this part, she's so not into teaching and so not interested in these vlogs that I doubt that she will see this. But I shout out to her. I really love that she thinks about me even when she's at Ikea, because she knows what a freak I am with organizing and labeling things. And it just makes it so much easier. Right now, to be honest, I feel refreshed just doing that for me. Just being able to find that stuff and being able to have that in my room, it just makes it so much easier. I just feel so excited. And if you're a teacher, you know how excited I am to use that. And to be honest, I don't even need to paint it because I like that color. All I'm going to work on is making sure I put labels on them. I'm not sure. I might need to use glue, hot glue, to stick it on them, but it doesn't matter. To be honest, I think I might be able to use One Fab Teachers labels, this large ones. And even though they're not the right measurement, I don't think they will look bad with these three. I might need a larger one for these though. So we'll see. Once the labels are here, I think it'll make a huge difference as well. But I love that it's just that natural wood color. And I'm okay with that. I just like it. I really, they're easy access. Oh my goodness, I'm in love.